What's up, graphic designers? One of the things I really love about the New York City Lab School is how passionate students are about sharing their interests with the school. And here we've got all these cool club leaders, and over the last couple days, we've been creating all of these PNG cutouts. And today, what we're going to do is create a collage where we use everyone's PNG to design a poster that we're going to put up in school. Here's a throwback from 2018. I can't wait to add to the 2025 collection. So here is what we're going to do. The first thing that you're going to need to do is actually download the folder itself. And so where did I put? Okay, so here's the folder. You're going to see it in Google Classroom. But what you're going to want to do is when you open up the folder, you're going to see all the different PNGs, right? So we're not going to download them individually. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to see it's going to say 2025 Club Fair PNGs, or maybe another like folder name if this is in the future. You're going to left click it, and then what you're going to do is select download. And when you select download, you're going to look in the lower right hand corner of the Google Chrome browser. You're going to see that it's preparing download, and it's zipping the file. It's downloaded, and you know what? There we have it. It's already packed and now unpacked, and we have access to all the various PNG cutouts. Amazing. All right, and so now that this is perfect, now that we have the folder open already, what we're going to do is we're also going to download that blank that I gave you guys, right? And so to open up that blank, we're going to click File, Open, and here is what I know. Rather than, ladies and gentlemen, clicking File, Open, and then opening up the folder and adding these PNGs one at a time and using the move tool and sort of clicking and dragging, this is tedious, and we definitely don't want to do that 30 times, right? That's a pain in the butt. And so instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this tab, and I'm going to go to this folder, right? This is from the downloads folder. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to click once, any file, and actually I also remember that we can view these files as columns if we wanted, or as a gallery, but instead really how we want to see it is as a list. All right, so we're going to press Command A, and when we do, they're all selected. Check this out. We're going to left click and drag using the mouse, and we're going to drag it right onto the canvas itself, and we're going to just press check at the top, right, and check again, and so on and so forth. And what's happening is that all of these PNGs are being layered on top of one another. When I draw my attention to the right side of Photoshop, I can see that they're all being added to the layers palette. Amazing and tremendous, easy. All right, so this is super cool, and I know that some of these PNGs are a little bit bigger than others, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Command T. I'm going to shrink this one down so that they're all approximately the same size. And then this is where the fun starts. What you're going to want to do is layer all the PNGs so we absolutely see everyone's face, right? No one's face can be obscured. But what I also know is that we want to make sure that the club names are ideally represented, although it's possible that that may not be totally possible in all scenarios. So for example, if we have Muslim Students Association, as we have here with Ahmed and Mabu, maybe we're not going to get this association. And so what we're going to do is we're going to sort of layer it like this, and we're going to sort of, so BSU, the name is kind of low, and so maybe we can manipulate that to have BSU featured, the text featured a little bit more higher on their cardboard cutout. What I'm also recognizing in this scenario, ladies and gentlemen, is that these people are everyone's just like way too big, right? And so what we're going to need to do is shrink them down. What is the best way of doing that? Oh, great question. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to click on the very top layer in the layers palette. Then I'm going to click and drag and go all the way to the bottom. I'm going to hold shift, and when I do, I can see that all the layers are selected. Okay, and now when we press Command T, right, and actually I can't even see the bounding boxes in the corner, so I'm going to press Command minus to zoom out just a tad. And now when I zoomed out, I know that I can decrease the size of all the layers simultaneously and shift them around. That's cool. All right, and so we're gonna need to play around with it. This is a little bit like a puzzle, right? And so what we're gonna do is think about like, where are we positioning people so that everyone is represented. We can't have any faces obscured. We also don't want to see like any sort of like gaps behind one another, and we don't really want to see any legs. So you're gonna take some inspiration from the collages that students have already done in the past, as we have right here. This is a great example. So for example, we can see GSA, social action. Maybe this is a huge sign, so maybe we're not seeing all the text, but you just want to get the gist. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Can't wait to see your work. Save this as a PSD at the end of class because this is going to be a multi-day project. Good luck.